Hello everyone, welcome back to our Python programming language class. So in this class we are going to discuss the various operators which are available in Python programming language. So what is an operator? So operators are the symbols which are used to do some specific operations on some values or on some variables. Like I am writing A equals to 5, B equals to 3, C equals to A plus B. In these three statements, there are four operators. Like in our first statement, I am writing A equals to 5. So here equals to is the assignment operator. What it does, it will assign a value that is 5 to a variable that is A. Like that B equals to 3, here also 3 will be get assigned to the variable B. And next in the third line, C equals to A plus B. In the same statement, we are adding A and B by using a operator that is plus, addition operator, and whatever the value that is A plus B, that will be get stored in variable C by using this assignment operator. So in general, so when I am writing A plus B, that means plus is the symbol, this is our symbol which we can call it as a operator. And which operator is this? This is an addition operator. And this addition operator performs on two variables, that is A and B. So this is an operand and this is the second operand. Okay. So in general, operators are the symbols which works on some values and variables to do some specific operations. Those values and variables on which operator is getting worked, they are called as operands. So in case of Python programming language, we have 8 types of operators. The first operator we are having in Python programming language is our arithmetic operators. Like in C, we have arithmetic operation like addition operator, subtraction operator, our multiplication operator, our division operator, next is our modulus operator. Then we have two new operators which are the floor operator and the exponent operator. So this is our floor operator, floor division, and this is exponent. Next we have relational operators. So relational operators are like double equals to, less than equals to, greater than equals to, and not equals to. So these are the relational operators which are also we are having in C programming language. Next, unary operators. So in case of unary operators, we are having unary plus operator and unary minus operator. So what does it means unary? Unary means the operator is going to perform the operation on a single operand. Binary means when the operator is going to perform some operations on two operands. So that is a binary operator. So here this unary operator means this operator is going to work some operations on a single operand. Next we have bitwise operator. Bitwise operators are bitwise and, bitwise or, then bitwise complement, next bitwise XOR, bitwise left shift and bitwise right shift. So these are the bitwise operators. Next we are having logical operators, and the logical operators are logical and, logical or, and logical not. Next we are having assignment operators, and assignment operators are like plus equals to, minus equals to, multiplication equals to, division equals to, and other assignment operators are there also. Next we have two new operators rather than C. In case of C, there are no such operators like membership operator and identity operator. We are having two new operators, the membership operator, that is in and not in, and the identity operators is not. So, these two are new operators we are having with Python programming language. So, let us discuss all these operators one by one. So, first come to our first operator, that is arithmetic operator. In arithmetic operators, we are having 7 types of operator. The first one is our addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, this is our modulus, and this is the floor division, this is the exponent division. Sorry, this is the floor division and this is the exponent operator. So, these two are new operators we are having in Python programming language. Suppose A equals to 5 and B equals to 2. Okay. So, let us do some arithmetic operations on A and B. Suppose I am writing x equals to A plus B and print x, then what will it show me? 5 plus 2, so it will show me 7. Next come to subtraction, so A minus B, it will show 3. Next multiplication, if x equals to A multiplied B, then it will show me 10. Next come to division. Here is the change. Suppose I am writing A divided by B. In case of C, when I am writing A divided by B, so 5 divided by 2, it will show me that is our 2. The fractional parts are getting discarded. But here in Python programming language, in case of division operator, it will show me the accurate result, that is 2.5. Here the fractional part, that is 0.5, that will be not discarded. What will be the accurate result, that will show in my output screen. But in case of C, it will show me 2, the fractional parts are getting discarded because 5 is an integer, 2 is also an integer. So, integer divided by integer will be result as integer. But in case of Python programming language, we are getting the accurate result. For the fractional result or for the floating point result, we should go with the floor division. Let us take another example like A equals to 20 and B equals to 6. Okay. So, A divided by B, that will be 20 divided by 6, that is 3.333. Here the accurate result is 3.3333 like this. But when we discuss on the types of literals, so we have some problems while doing some arithmetic expressions, and one of the problem is loss of precision. So when we are trying to divide a numerator by the denominator, then the result will never end, that is the loss of precision. So like that 20 divided by 6 will result as 3.333 up to. So it will show as 3.333 and other fractional parts are getting discarded. So this is the loss of precision. But if we want to show the output as 3, then we can use the floor division, that is double slash. So here A double slash B, that means A floor division B will result as only 3. The fractional parts will be get discarded. So this is the floor division. When we want the division result as an integer value, then we will go for the floor division. If we want accurate result, then we will go for the simple division. Next, the modulus operator. So if A equals to 10 and B equals to 3, then the A modulo B will result as 1. Next, we are having a new operator, that is exponent operator, that is double star. Okay. So if A equals to 5 and B equals to 2. Then A exponent B will be result as 5 exponent 2. That means 5 to the power 2. That is equals to 5 into 5 equals to 25. Okay. So, this is the arithmetic operators we are having with our Python programming language. Next is relational operator. So, we are having relational operators like equals to, less than equals to, greater than equals to, and not equals to. So, these relational operators are used for comparison. The first one is equals to. Suppose A equals to 5 and B equals to 10. These relational operators while using in a comparison statement, then it will show us two results, either it will show a true value or a false value. So, A equals to 5 and B equals to 10. So, while I am comparing A with B, I am using double equals to, and it will result as false because A is not equals to B. Next, less than. Suppose I am writing A less than B, yes, 5 is less than 10, then it is actually true. Next, less than equals to A less than equals to B. It will compare A value that is either less than or equals to B. Okay. So, A is 5, B equals to 10. Suppose let us change the value, A equals to 10 and B equals to 10. So, what will be the result? A less than equals to B. Yes, A is equals to B. So, it will give the result as true. If A equals to 10 and B equals to 15, then also it will give the result as true because A is less than. So, A is less than B or A is equals to B. In either case, this will show us as a true value. Suppose A equals to 10 and B equals to 15. So, greater than A greater than B. 10 is greater than B? No. So, it will result as false. Suppose A equals to 20 and B equals to 15. So, A greater than equals to B, is A is greater than equals to B, 20 is greater than or equals to 15. Yes, 20 is greater than 15. So, it will also result as true. Suppose A equals to 15 and B equals to 15. So, A greater than equals to B. So, 15 is greater than or equals to 15. 15 is not greater than 15, but 15 is equals to 15. So, it will result as true. Next is not equals to. A equals to 5 and B equals to 10. So, A is not equals to B. 5 is not equals to 10. True. So, it will give us a true result. Okay. So, this is the relational operators. The third operator is unary operator. So, we are having unary plus operator and unary minus operator. Okay. So, when I am writing A plus B, here plus is the operator, A is the operand, B is also an operand. So, here I am using two operand, that means the plus operator is going to work on two operands. So, it is a binary operator. Okay. Like suppose I am writing minus B. So, suppose B equals to 10. Okay. So, by executing this particular statement, the V value will be minus 10. So, here minus is the operator, B is the only operand, that is the single operand. So, while operating on a single operand, that operator is called as a unary operator. So, here this minus is a unary operator. Okay. So, we are having plus operator and minus operator as both. The plus operator can be a binary operator, the plus operator can be a unary operator. Like that, minus operator is a binary operator, that is the subtraction operator, and minus operator can also be a unary operator. We are differentiating them by the uses of the operators. Like A equals to suppose 5, I am writing print plus A, then it will show me 5 because it is a positive number. Suppose I am writing print minus A, then it will show me minus 5. So, whatever the value that is inside A, that will be either positive or negative by the usage of this unary plus and unary minus. Next, we have bitwise operator. The name itself indicates that these operators are going to perform on individual bits. Okay. So, we are having the bitwise operators like bitwise AND operator, bitwise OR operator, our complement operator, XOR operator, left shift operator and right shift operator. So, here we are having 6 bitwise operators. So, let us discuss it one by one. The first one is bitwise AND operator. So, here this is necessary to mention bitwise AND operator. So, bitwise AND operator means this AND operator is going to perform on individual bits like A equals to suppose 5, B equals to suppose 6. Then what will be the result? A bitwise and B. So, first we need to convert the A, that is 5, that is a decimal number. We should convert that decimal number into binary number first. So, what will be the result? A equals to the equivalent binary value of decimal 5 is 00000101. Next, B is what? B equals to 6. So, 6 means 00000110. So, these are the equivalent binary values of 5 and 6. So, we have to perform a bitwise AND operator on A and B. So, A and B equals to what? The rule for bitwise AND operator, if both the bits are 1, then it will result as 1. If one of the bit is 0, then it will result as 0. Here the rule is if both bits are 1, then the result is 1, otherwise 0. Okay. So, let us do the bitwise AND operations. 1 0, here first bit is 1, second bit is 0, the result is 0. 0 1 0, 1 1 1, 0 0 0 and the rest are 0 0 0 0. So, what is the equivalent decimal of this binary value? That is 4. So, if A equals to 5 and B equals to C, then A and B equals to 4. So, this is the bitwise AND operator. Next, come to bitwise OR operator. So, this is the bitwise OR operator. So, bitwise OR operator means we are going to perform bitwise OR operation on 2 operands. So, the rule is if one of the bit is 1, then it will result is 1. If both the bits are 0, then it will result as 0. So, the rule is if one of the bit is 1, then the result is 1, otherwise 0. So, let us take an example. A equals to suppose 4 and B equals to suppose 7. Okay. So, the equivalent binary for 4 is I am using 8-bit representation. So, 0 1 0 0. Next, the equivalent binary for 7 is 0 0 0 0 0 1 1 1. So these are the equivalent binary values. So let's do the bitwise OR operations. So the rule says if one of the bit is 1, then the result is 1. So while comparing two bit, whenever we counter with the one bit, then we can result as 1. So 0 1, that means 1, 0 1 1, 1 1 1, next 0 0 0 0 and 0. So the A or B results as, so this is equivalent to 7, equals to 7. The next is complement. So bitwise complement, that means it will negate that bit. Suppose A equals to 5. Okay. So the binary equivalent is 1 0 1. The complement of A, that means 1 is going to 0 and 0 will be 1. So 1 is 0, 0 will be 1 and it will 0. So this is the complement operator. We are just inverting that bit. Next is bitwise XOR operator. That means exclusive OR operator. So the rule says if both bits are different, then it will be 1, otherwise 0. So the rule says if both bits are different, then it will be 1, otherwise 0. Suppose A equals to 5 and B equals to suppose 9. So the equivalent binary for A equals to 0 0 0 0 and 0 1 0 1, and the equivalent binary for B equals to 0 0 0 0 1 0 0 1. So these are the equivalent binaries of 5 and 9. So we are performing the exclusive OR operation or XOR operation on A and B. So what will be the result? So here the first bit is 1 and the second bit is 1, that means both bits are same, then it will result as 0. Here is also the two bits are 0, then it will result as 0. Next, this is 1 and this is 0. So both bits are different, then it will be 1. This is 0 and this is 1, both are different, it will also 1. The rest are 0 0 0 0. So this is equivalent to 12. So A XOR B will be 12. So next come to left shift. So this is the notation for bitwise left shift. That means we have to mention how much a bit that number is going to shifted to the left side. Suppose A equals to 7, then what will be the result for A left shift 2? So here this is also a binary operator and these are the two operands. So here we are mentioning 2, that means the operand, first operand, that is A, that will get shifted to left with 2 bits. So what is the equivalent binary for 7? That is 0 1 1 1. Okay. So when we want to shift this value with 2 bits to the left, then what will be the result? This will be shifted to here 2 bits. Okay. So 1 will be shifted to here and this one will be shifted to this position and this one will be shifted to this position. So what we will get? We have 4 bits. Okay. So this one is coming to here. So this is 1 and this will coming to the position. Okay. If I am mentioning the position, suppose here is the first position, then second, third and this is the fourth position. The second position 1 will go to the fourth position. So it comes to here. The first one will come to here. Then what about this space? This will filled with 0. So these are 0. And what about this 0 and 1? They will be discarded. So this will result as 12. So A left shift 2 will be result as is equals to, that is equals to 12. So A value is 7. When 7 is getting left shifted with 2 bits, then it will be result as 12. So next is bitwise right shift operator. In this case, we are shifting the number towards right by some specified bits. Like suppose A equals to 12 and we want to right shift this with 3 bits. That means 12 will get shifted to right with 3 bits. Then what will be the result? So 12 means 1100. Suppose I am using 8-bit notation. So what will be the result? Like we have to shift 3 bits to the right. So 0 will come, 0 will shifted to here, this 0 will shifted to here, 1 is also shifted to here, that means 1 0 0, these are discarded, then 1 will shifted to this position, then comes 0, next 0 and 0 and also here is 0. So as we right shift the as we right shifting the number into 3 bits, then there is a space, 3 bit of space, so we should fill them as 0. Suppose A equals to suppose 12 and I am trying to right shift A with 1 bit. Okay. So what will be the result? The 12 means what? 1100. Then we are trying to right shift with 1 bit. That means here is 4 block 1100, then 0 will come to here, we are shifting right with 1 bit, then 0 will come to here, 1 will come to here and 1 will come to here. Next we have a space on the left side that will fill with 0. So what is the result? It is as 6. So A right shift 1 will be result as 6. So this is the bitwise right shift. I hope you people got these basic operators, your arithmetic operator and your relational operators, that are the comparison operators also, and the unary operator and the bitwise operators. In our next class, we will go for the rest operators that are we are having with Python programming language. Thank you.